Alright, good afternoon. We're just going to do a little quick video here. Just a quick review of the iProtec weapon light that you can get at Rural King. I also saw it on guns.com, on Palmetto, and I'm sure it's a bunch of other places. I'll roll in a good picture of it a little bit later. At the moment it's mounted on my M&P 40, which I haven't shot it with yet. But I did test it this weekend on 4 other guns. And I can tell you right now, the bottom line up front, don't buy this. This was $40 at Rural King, and yeah, it might be okay on a 22, or maybe it'll hold up on a 9mm. I didn't try it on a 9. I decided to go with heavy duty calibers just to see, you know, if we can induce failure right away. And boy did we. First up, and the picture you see over on the left of your screen is my Glock 31 357 SIG. This gun, it didn't even last half a magazine before it went flying off the gun, and I had to use the brass broom to retrieve it from forward of the firing line at the range. So yeah, with the Glock 31, I figured this was the most violently recoiling weapon that I had, and I figured, well, let's try it with the worst, see what happens. And it didn't last long at all. Next up was the Smith & Wesson M&P 45. It actually held up on this one. It fitted on okay, and I got through about half my magazines, and it wasn't budging. The light wasn't going out or anything, so it did okay on the Smith & Wesson M&P 45. About halfway through my magazine supply, though, I took the light off because this was a new weapon, and I wanted to see how it felt without the light hanging from it. So it did okay with that. Then we got to another big boy. We went with the Glock Model 20 Gen 4 in 10mm, and the weapon hung on to the rail. It stayed secure. So it had that much going for it, but at least 2 or 3 times the concussion of the weapon made the light turn off. Now it turned right back on again after, I hit the switch and stuff, but yeah, so the concussion of 10mm, at least with the Glock 20, makes it turn off. And then the last gun I tried it on was the Glock 21 Gen 3 and 45 ACP, and I got about 3 into the 3rd magazine, and it went flying off the gun, but to the rear of me instead of in front of me like the SIG did. So yeah. So it wasn't good. Now I was going to try it on the M&P 40, but by the time I got to this gun, it was the end of a long shooting day, and I was tired, and it wasn't cooperating with mounting, and I decided, screw it. I'm not, I have a feeling what's going to happen anyway. Because 40 is fairly sharp recoiling, so I have a feeling it was going to induce more failure. And also with the 4-inch Smith & Wesson, I can't, it doesn't seat back. It seats on the front, notch instead of the middle notch like I would prefer. On the M&P 45, which has a longer barrel, it was able to seat in the middle, so it was more secure that way. This, even though it's not budging, I'm not feeling like it would be very secure. I have a feeling after a few mags of 40 cal, this thing's going to loosen up, or maybe the concussion would make the light turn off. So yeah, I mean, it's bright and there's not as bright, and it has a strobe thing, but I accidentally got the strobe to work one time, but I don't know how to induce it that deliberately. I don't care about strobe. Yeah. So yeah, I decided to take a spin on it. I had actually gone in the same shopping center. There was a Harbor Freight. I had gone to Harbor Freight looking for one of those TLR1 knockoffs that they have for $50 at Harbor Freight, and of course they were sold out. And I went over to Rural King, and I wasn't even looking to get a light there. I was just going to get some ammo or something. And then I saw this light here for $39.99. And I'm like, wow, $10 less than the Harbor Freight light. This is the Harbor Freight light we have at home. And I was hoping it would work. I was hoping it would stay secure, but you know, and maybe it would on a 22 or a 9mm, but you know, I didn't have a full-size 9mm with me that day. I was shooting all little 9s that day, and I don't know. I mean, I figured if it can't hold up to my stronger weapons, then I really, you know, not in the mood to keep it. So there you go. That's it. The iProtec. Let's get you a good picture of it, and we'll get this camera out of the way. There we go. Yeah, the iProtec weapon light. They have a few different varieties of it, but this is the basic model. It was $39.99 at Rural King. I saw where I got this picture from was from like the Palmetto State Armory website. I didn't look what the price was. I'm sure it's cheap there too. And I saw it on guns.com too when I was looking for pictures. So yeah, I get, you know, I would put this in the category of you know, freaking airsoft guns or something like that, or you know, maybe running on a pellet gun or a BB gun or a 22. I think it would hold up fine on a 22. I'm not even sure that it would hold up very well on a 9mm with some extended use. So, you know, it might hold up for the first few mags, and then, but if you're having a long range session, it might jiggle its way loose, or the concussion might make the light stop working or something. So, yeah, so much for this light. I would not suggest buying it unless that's what you're going to put it on, is a 22 or something. Anyway, that's all I got. Peace out.